living my life in a slow hell. Different girl every night at the hotel. I ain't seen the sunshine in 3 damn days. Been fueling up on cocaine and whiskey. Wish I had a good girl to miss me. Lord, I wonder if I'll ever change my ways. I put your picture away, sat down and cried today. I can't look at you while I'm lying next to her. I put your picture away, sat down and cried.
When I meet my maker at the open golden gates, he's gonna welcome me home where eternity awaits. Gonna run into his arms, gonna stare into his eyes, the ones that I've been seeking, the ones that never left my side. When I meet my maker, we'll walk on heaven's boulevard, up above the clouds, in between the stars. I'll ask him all my questions, and he'll answer with a smile. I tell him how I love him, and I thank him for my life. When I meet my maker, gonna know it's the right time, 'cause he'll have a reason, and I'll understand why. He'll tell me that it's alright. I'll tell him how I miss you. He'll show me how to watch over from the front row with a perfect view. When I meet my maker, gonna ask him for some wings. He'll introduce me to his angels and the choir I will sing. He'll tell me that he's proud, and I'm probably gonna cry. He'll take my hand, and together we will fly. When I meet my maker, when I meet my maker.
Be seated. Welcome to Jay's family, friends, you who are in the hall with us today, and those who are also watching on the live stream, of which I have heard there's already quite a few. Thank you for being here today together, even in the midst of sorrow and loss, laying to rest a man whom you loved deeply and who loved you back with all of his heart. Jay Bird began his journey to the big golf course in the sky suddenly and without warning on February 27th, 2021. Jay's family is devastated. His friends are shocked and saddened by his recent passing. There are no words to describe the loss that we share and the huge place he left open in our hearts. Jay lived most of his life in the Ridge Valley area. He worked and trained as an auto mechanic and auto body technician, but ultimately spent many years in various capacities in the oil field, most recently with ARC Resources as a power engineer. Jay was passionate about sports. He loved and played hockey, ball, and golf. He was a great supporter of youth hockey and often co-coached a rec league. Golf became his all-fees. Jay was always eager to share his passions and continually encouraged others to learn. He was a patient and kind teacher, regardless of the sport or job or task. He was very big-hearted and caring, and children always gravitated to him. Over the 27 years here in Ridge Valley, while others grew crops, Jay grew a Chevy farm. He so loved his trucks and toys, and in recent years he began restoring golf carts, many of which are scattered all over the Peace Country. He was active in the Bolton District Ag Society Golf Board and other community events. Jay leaves to mourn and miss him, his parents, Albert and Wendy, his brother Morgan and his partner Jamie, their children, Connor and Riley, as well as his grandmother, Gabriel. Jay impacted his loss greatly. He was blessed in life with many good friends, Norm, Frank, Blair, Mike, Katie, and Cindy, as well as many others who will miss him both on and off the golf course. While I didn't have the pleasure of knowing Jayson, I've sure been able to get to know what kind of a man he was through the memories shared with me over the past few days, as I spoke with his mom Wendy on the phone and read over a few tributes that were sent for me to read. I certainly think I would like to have met him, and I'm pretty sure that if I had, I'd never forget him. Crystal sent this. My memories of Jay are just any time I got to be around him. Just being in his presence, you felt a feeling of comfort, home, and he always made you laugh, and he had the biggest smile. Even when things were awful or hard, he always managed to find a way to make it never feel. Protecting us from his friends hitting on us was hilarious. Taking the truck out to the creek and getting it stuck, thinking, oh, my mom, Louise, is going to kill me if anything happens to you two. But we were in good hands. We knew Jay would find a way to get us out and that truck out of the creek. Just having conversations with Jay was the best. He was so kind and caring, and he always told me, who cares what anyone thinks about your age and if you should be married or not? You wait. You wait as long as you need. You don't settle. He lit up a room and any moment that he was a part of. This is so hard, she goes on to say. I'm sorry, I know there's more. I'm just having a hard time. Katie Chapman sent this. Uncle Big J was his name in our house. The kids love him. He's the type of guy that would drop abs. He's in the driveway in under 5 minutes, helping while Dustin is locked in the truck. He had anything that was needed to unlock that door. You could see the panic in the big guy's eyes, even as Dustin was sitting in the truck, locked in the pitch dark. Jay is nothing but love. He loves with his whole heart and not just a piece. The late night back road cruising with Jayson, winning our darts league with the sniper. Jay Bird trying to teach me how to golf, but I'm so bullheaded he gave up. Bombing Jay's golf cart around the golf course. Cutting my hair so short, they said if I dressed like him, I could be just like him. All the memories I will hold tight into my heart forever. And Stephen Nason sent his best Jay memories. Jay and I outside in the blistering cold, playing road hockey until the sun went down. He was always so excited and never wanted to stop. At the arena when Jay was teaching me to fish, it was freezing cold, but we would just sit on the ATVs listening to cassette tapes. Jay would just talk on about hockey and snowmobiles. But for me, he was always like a brother, and I looked up to him in so many ways. There are some folks here today who are going to pay tribute to Jay as best they can. Morgan, Norm, Cindy, and Blair, and a reading that Cindy's going to do from Big Mike and Norm and Blair. Morgan, would you start us off, please?
But we don't always get to choose how we see each other. So Jay was everything. He was my big brother. We fought like brothers do. That's how it goes, you know. He was always there for me, though. Somebody picked on me, you better believe Jay was there to straighten it out. Nobody picked on his little brother but him. He made sure about that. Well, except cousins, they were allowed to, I guess, gang up on me. But, he always hated it when I'd stick up my thumb and tell him to hold up his pinky. He hated that. But he always did it, and nobody understood why until they seen his pinky was bigger than my thumb, and it had been partially cut. He'd smile, and he'd always do it. It's just not going to be the same without him. I'll miss getting random messages from him and seeing his random Facebook posts about all kinds of random crap. He loved with his whole heart. He never half-assed his love. He told you straight up if something was wrong, or he would love you, plain and simple. That's what he was. He was a great guy. He was our gentle giant. But if you did make him mad, look out, that gentle giant could tear. I remember when thought he'd killed me because he threw me across the house. Me being smart, I played dead, so he didn't kill me. And then I ran like hell, and I'm pretty sure that's how I became the track star that I was back in high school. I had two choices: make Jay angry and suffer the consequences, or run like hell and watch. He tried. I could never catch him. And then he started using trucks, so I had to go off-road. There's never going to be anybody like Jay. Never. Never.
Morgan, you're absolutely right. There will never, ever be anyone like Jay. I'm going to try my very best to get through this. This tribute. The first time meeting Jay for all of us was at the Gunby Ranch golf course. Norm and Mike met him at the golf tournament, and we quickly all became friends for life. He was such a welcoming person and strived to make everyone feel included. There was self. Jay was a big man, but with an even bigger heart, and wouldn't hesitate to give you the shirt off his back. Next to his family and friends, his main passion was golf. He would always be there to cheer you on, even if he was beating you. He volunteered at the Gunby Ranch for a brief time, where he helped organize tournaments, cut grass, and cut holes. In 2014, he founded the very exclusive by invite only, and trust me, I know because I was never invited, which stood for Double Bogey Challenge. From then on, the foursome were referred to as Dirty Mike and the boys. We're referred to as Dirty Mike and the boys from there on in. He was always the one to drag us all over Canada and the States to golf with him. We all had a blast, but no one ever had a better time than Jay. He was constantly the life of the party, and when the time was nearing for the DBC, he would always be the most excited. When the DBC ended, he was already texting about new ideas for the next year. He made us trophies, planned all the courses, all the numbers of the rounds, the dates, absolutely everything. He made all three of us. Goodbye to a friend is never easy. Jay pushed us all to be better golfers, but most importantly, he pushed us to be better people. He had this amazing ability to calm us when we needed, but he also knew how to drive us crazy. The biggest thing of all Jay knew was how to bring us all together. Together we were a group of tight-knit friends who could all depend on one another. We are now missing a very significant part of our group who will never be replaced or replicated. There will only forever be a void. We can only hope that he in the back nine, my friend. Love, Mike, Norm, and Blair. I thought yesterday was one of the hardest days of my life, but I'm going to try my best to get through this. To my dear, sweet Jayson, as I sit here lost in my thoughts and feelings, swirling around in my head and aching in my heart, I feel that this is an impossible enough words, or the right ones, to describe how much I loved and adored you. Not a way to explain how much I cherished every second that we spent together, and no way to describe the empty spot your leaving has left in our hearts and our lives. Although it feels impossible, I will attempt to do my very best for you, Jay, and I hope I make you proud. Jayson was a gentle giant who loved life, and he lived it to the fullest. There was never a time when Jayson didn't have a plan to get together with someone, whether it was around Norm, Blair, and Mike, or impromptu drop-by visits at the Chapmans, socializing with friends around a fire, or going to see his old friend Dallas, or enjoying formal get-togethers, such as weddings and reunions with his beloved extended family, which meant so much to him. But wherever Jayson was, he was always a social butterfly in any crowd. Jay had an aura that was so welcoming and humbling to Jay. And Jay always took the time to have a meaningful conversation with everyone. When you were with Jay, time stood still. Jayson was a very Jayson was a very talented man. He was extremely intelligent and a jack of all trades. One minute he could be remotely operating a gas plant, the next ripping apart a truck, or maybe custom building a golf cart or working on home renos. Whatever it was Jay was working on, he wouldn't just complete it, it had to be perfect. And he would work on it and tweak it. How smart and brilliant I thought he was. Jay was an amazing dancer and light as a feather on his feet. There was not a girl anywhere that would pass up a chance to take a spin with him around the dance floor. And his dance card was always full. As he would tell the story, he was going to his graduating dance with Tanya Grotowski. And she told him she was going to teach him to dance so he didn't embarrass her. She also told him if he wanted the ladies to throw themselves at him, that he should be a good dancer. And he listened. To dance. He was the best dancer. And I will always remember how he floated me across the dance floor like I was light as air. Or the time we were at a market with his parents and there was live music playing. And we randomly started dancing. Jayson loved all sports, but golfing was his passion, and he took the time to teach anyone who wanted to learn. Jayson was the most patient teacher, and he focused just on you. He would encourage you regardless of how long it took for you to succeed at your goal. And when you reached it, nobody gave you more praise than he did. Jay was so gentle, supportive, and never quick to anger. Develop a love for golf, and many of those young boys won tournaments in their age groups, and he was so proud of every last one of them. Jayson bonded quickly with my boys Alec and DJ, and they very soon became inseparable. They no longer wanted me to take them to baseball practice or darts anymore, and I lost all my cool creds when Jay was around. He took the time to teach my boys not only how to golf, but to improve their dart game and do manly things like fix the lawnmower, how to be a gentleman, and how to complete tasks calmly. Jay never missed a baseball game, a dart tournament, a birthday party, or Christmas concert. When Jay was around, we were all chopped liver. I remember DJ ditching Santa and getting a treat bag after his Christmas concert so he could run up to Jay and ask him what he thought of his performance and if he had taken pictures of him. Which of course Jay did one better and videoed it. So yeah, even Santa got the boot for Mr. Quinn. One memory that Alec and DJ have asked me to share is the time when we went to the water slides in Vernon while on summer holidays. Jayson was bound and determined to beat his own record, flying out of the tubes the farthest and the fastest. Technique, which in case you were wondering is to point your feet right out and stick your hands under your butt. I swear there were times I had to close my eyes because I couldn't watch. I thought Jay was going to come flying right out of the corners of those water slides. It scared me. He was always such a good sport, and he made everything a little bit more fun by adding his competitive edge. That day I took home 3 of the most bruised, sunburned, happiest boys you ever did see in your entire life. Alec and DJ would also like me to mention that Jay had darts and teaching him how to golf. His golf drive and his cannonballs were second to none, but his hugs were absolutely the best, and I certainly won't argue with that. Jayson loved his family like no other. To hear him speak of his mom as though she was an angel on earth was so endearing. But when he finally met her and realized that she is, and witnessed firsthand the love between mother and son, it was so amazing and something I could only aspire to as my boys turn into men. I will know that I've reached my goal as a mother. I thank you for giving me that goal. Wendy, you are the best mom that a man could ever ask for, and he told me this many times. And he told me how much he loved you. To hear him speak of his father with the love and respect of a man who taught him how to become a man, to be gentle, patient, kind, understanding, and compassionate, was so sweet. And then I met him, and again, I witnessed firsthand the love between father and son. You were the best dad that any man could ever ask for. And Jay told me that many times too, and also how much he loved you. Morgan, you are the little annoying brother that he loved to pieces. He told me about your shenanigans, which your parents probably still don't know about, that you got up to in Cassier as you were growing up, and his face would light up. He was so happy that you shared a love for vehicles, and you have no idea how proud he was of the work you did on restoring vehicles and making them into works of art. He was so glad that you met Jamie and is so happy that you have a little family of your own. He loved you so much, Morgan, and is very proud of your accomplishments. CJ and Melissa, you were the sisters that he never had, but he also never needed, because he had you. He loved you very much and would tell me stories about your childhood all the time as well. And it's a good thing nobody ever did hurt you, because he would have killed them. He was very protective. Jayson's smile was contagious, and it could what usually happened. Jayson and I went on many road trips together, and during our travels, he always had a bag of sunflower seeds on the go. He would daintily eat them one at a time and spit the shells into a pop bottle, while I'd shove a handful into my mouth and spit them out like I was, it was not very ladylike or classy, but he'd call me his little chipmunk. He would always make sure he bought more when they ran out, and it was always because I ate them all. But anyway, he never complained. There were many summer evenings that we stocked up with snacks, windows rolled down, and my bare feet on his dashboard, we cruised the countryside, cranking the tunes and singing to the top of our lungs. We'd drive down to the river and walk hand in hand in the shore. His hand was so big in mine, it made me feel so small, and he always made me feel so safe. And there was... and we're always there for each other when we needed help, a friend, or someone who just understood without having to explain everything. Our story was far from over, but fate had other plans. And Jay, I want to thank you for always making me feel so safe and giving me I know I feel so lost without you, and I wonder what I will do. But I do know for sure one thing that I won't do. I won't say goodbye. I refuse to say goodbye to my best friend. So I will only say, until I see you again, my sweet, sweet Jay, I want you to know that not a day shall pass, as long as I live, that I do not think of the memories that you gave me and smile. Love, Cindy.
Thank you, Morgan and Cindy and Dirty Mike and the boys. Is there anyone else who would like to say a few words? We'll have just a few moments of open podium if you'd like to come up and share a memory. I can see you all thinking them through in your minds, and I know it is such a difficult day, and you remember in your minds and in your hearts and share with each other in the
Half your life you struggle, half your life you fly, half your life making trouble, half your life making it right. One day I'm the exception, most days I'm just like most. Some days I'm headed in the right direction, and some days I ain't even close. I'm a little bit steady, but still a little bit rolling stone. I'm a little bit heaven, but still a little bit flesh and bone. Little found, little don't know where I am. I'm a little bit holy water, but still a little bit burning man. Burning man.
Still go wherever the wind blows me, but I always find my way back.
I still don't get it right sometimes, I just don't get it as wrong.
I still go a little bit crazy sometimes, yeah, but now I don't stay near as long.
I'm a little bit steady, but still a little bit rolling stone. I'm a little bit heaven, but still a little bit flesh and bone. Little found, little don't know where I am. I'm a little bit holy water, but still a little bit burning man. Burning man. Still just a burn, burn. To the desert,
Find myself in the Joshua trees.
if we pass in the night, then just hand me a light and tell me you burn just like me. I'm a little bit steady, but still a little bit rolling stone. I'm a little bit heaven, but still a little bit flesh and bone.
Let's get wild tonight, turn up, we going out tonight. I've been waiting so hot, that's what it's sounding like. Make you wanna fuck around tonight.
I want you in every way. The passion burns and it goes both ways. When we're not together, I'm in pain. The mightiest ocean couldn't put out this flame.
I think she could be with me. You wanna say bye before she leaves. Wanna say bye before she leaves. Drop like autumn leaves. Teardrop, teardrop. They make time to breathe. Yeah.
I know that you came to party, baby, 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 baby. Relax, we're gonna lay this party with somebody else's lady.
Let me buy you a drink. Baby, can I get a dance? I don't even know what to think. Will I ever get a chance? I see you standing by yourself. It's still early, it's only about 12. You have any fun lately? Wake up and say good morning, baby. You want that real love, you daydreaming. Is it real enough? Imagine it's up in you, a lot of loving is what we get to do. If you give me that sloppy dome, wherever I'm at, you know I'm coming home. I can't leave it alone. Bustin' up, then I'm gone.
He wants you in every way. The passion burns, but it goes one way. When we're together, it drives him insane. It might have worked out if he wasn't so late.
I think she coming with me. Your girl's coming with me. You wanna say bye before she leaves. better say bye bye shitty. Just drop like on a leaf. Just drop like on a leaf. Better make time to breathe. You better make time to breathe.
I know that you came to party, baby, 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 baby. Look like we're gonna lay this party with somebody else's lady.
Blame the whiskey on the beer, blame the beer on the whiskey, blame the morning on the night for who's lying here with me. Blame the bar for the band, blame the band for the song for the party that went all night long. But it ain't my fault. No, it ain't my fault. Might have had a little fun, not a wrong got done, but it ain't my fault. Blame the heart for the hurting, blame the hurting on the heart, blame the dark on the devil, blame the devil. Drinking, blame the drinking for the whatever happens next, but it ain't my fault. No, it ain't my fault. Might have had a little fun, not a wrong got done, but it ain't my fault. I got my hands up, I need an alibi. Find me a witness who can testify. You made a mistake, you got the wrong guy. I'm only guilty of a damn good time. No, it ain't my fault.
I ain't watching TV today. Bad music can just stay away. If you ain't got anything good to say, then shut your mouth. I got my windows down and my blinders on. Radio set to my favorite song. All green lights on the road I'm on, man, there ain't no doubt. I'm getting them good vibes. I'm living this good life. I'm breathing on God's time. And I ain't gonna waste one breath. I'm soaking it all up. I got me a full cup. And there ain't nothing gonna spill it, nothing gonna kill it. Waving them words goodbye. I'm feeling them good vibes. I ain't trying to hear the negative. I'm just trying to change the narrative. It's simply imperative that we all have a damn good time. I'm getting them good vibes. I'm living this good life. I'm breathing on God's time. And I ain't gonna waste one breath. I'm soaking it all up. I got me a full cup. And there ain't nothing gonna spill it, nothing gonna kill it. Waving them words goodbye. I'm feeling them good vibes. Oh, I'm feeling them good vibes.
What an honor it is to be here today. To help you say not goodbye, but see you later till we meet again. To Jayson. As I was preparing, it became really clear to me that there were a number of profound qualities, and I picked out just a few that I want to share with you very quickly. Jay was an encourager. Encouragement is helping others purposefully achieve their goals. It stems from a heart of generosity, honesty, and service. Encouragement helps lighten the load of others through words of wisdom and actions of support. It ignites hope in others to step with greater confidence and have courage to take their own leap of faith. Encouragement and limits without breaking them or leaving them at risk. Encouragement always comes from selflessness and joy. Jay was a man who demonstrated great patience. Patience is quiet hope and faith that things will turn out right. We trust the process of life. We do not rush or allow ourselves to be overcome by pressure. We respond to mistakes or delays not with judgment, but with gentleness. How many dating and we receive those lessons as gifts. Patience brings acceptance. It calls us to be still in the moment, to be restful, and to listen deeply to the rhythms of life. He certainly was a man of enthusiasm. When we live with enthusiasm, we're excited about life and we're open to the wonders that each day holds. We do things wholeheartedly with zeal and eagerness, holding nothing back, the ATV or whatever needed to be plucked out of the quagmire. We live in the moment and we appreciate what we have, finding joy in simple pleasures. We're cheerful and optimistic about what is to come. Enthusiasm helps us to imagine what is possible. I also heard time and again about Jay's kindness. Kindness is caring that springs from compassion. We have genuine little ones always know the kind people, don't they? Kindness is the daily bread of life. When we feel angry, we resist the temptation to be cruel. We balance honesty with tact, and we're good stewards of the earth and all living things. And we remember to be kind to ourselves. When we fill our own cup, our kindness naturally overflows to others, like Jay's did. Each of these qualities that Jayson character, and that was his love. Love is at the center of our being. It's the vital force that gives us energy and direction. Love is irresistible attraction and affection for a person, a place, an idea, or even for life itself. Love is cherishing others, treating them with tenderness. Love thrives on acceptance and appreciation. And love has the power to heal. Nurtured by commitment, today we heard countless examples of each of these qualities of Jay's character. As I was listening, I heard many more. I heard about his determination, resilience, his excellence in everything he did, and I heard about his humility. But his patience, kindness, enthusiasm, encouragement, and love, and all of the other ones that you'll remember about him. Whenever someone shows you these characteristics, remember Jay. And each time him. I was given a poem to read. Epitaph by Merritt Malloy. It's easy to see why it was chosen for Jayson. When I die, give what is left of me away to children and old men that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give to me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've known or loved, and if you cannot give me away, at least let me live in your eyes and not on your mind. You can love me most by letting hands touch hands, by letting bodies touch bodies. Love doesn't die. People do. So, when all that's left of me is love, give me away. Take your time this afternoon to say what you need to say to each other, to look at the items on the memorial tables, and to share with each other. When the weather permits, to the youth golf program at Ridge Valley School, or to the Bolton District Ag Society for the youth golf program there. Please bow your heads with me as I close with a word of prayer. Heavenly Father, We are so grateful that you've made us in your own image, giving each of us gifts and talents with which to serve you. Thank you for giving Jayson the gifts of encouragement, kindness, all of these things. We lift him to you today in honor of the good we saw and the love we felt from him. Please comfort his family and give them the strength to leave him in your care, in the knowledge of eternal life through Jesus Christ. Amen.
When I get where I'm going, on the far side of the sky, the first thing that I'm gonna line and run my fingers through his mane, where I might find out what it's like to ride a drop of rain. Yeah, when I get where I'm going, there'll be only happy tears. I will shed the sins and struggles I have carried all these years, and I'll leave my heart wide open. I get where I'm going. Don't cry for me down here. I'm gonna walk with my granddaddy, and he'll match me step for step. And I'll tell him how I've missed him every minute since he left. And then I'll hug his neck. Yeah, when I get where I'm going, there'll be only happy tears all these years. And I'll leave my heart wide open. I will love and have no fear. Yeah, when I get where I'm going, don't cry for me down here. There's so much pain and so much darkness in this world we stumble through. All these questions I can't answer, and so much work to do. When I get where I'm going, I'll stand forever in the light of His amazing grace.